Everyone and welcome all. I have a nice treat for you today. I think this gameplay is going to be actually pretty boring, but it'll be interesting to see the results. So, as you can see, the map is covered in snow because we are having the winter version of Fortnite. Except this time we have ice zombies instead of regular ones. And I was doing some daily quests. Both of them required squad wins. Uh, and this was the last game where I had to place top 12 in the squads. So we're going to see how this is going to turn out. Spoilers, the game pretty much plays itself. But let's speed up in a bit. And of course, considering I am doing solo squad of this, because I didn't really want to send back my team, like if they go, I don't know, Dusty Divot and whatnot, then I would sort of be obliged to go with them, which wouldn't really be, like, we'd probably die way before we got to top 12. And if I simply wait out until the last possible second, it'll be like I am betraying them in a sense. So I figured may as well do this solo squad run and see. Like, the top 6 one is difficult, but I actually managed to do it before this one. But, yeah. So basically there are, these two are AFK, but I see this one rushing downwards pretty quickly. I was like, why is he going there? And I was like, oh yeah, Frosty Flies, he probably wants to get that airplane quickly. And I think I might be right, I'm not sure. So basically, we can easily speed up this part, no problem. And my goal was basically to go to that llama because it's the furthest point we can get to. All the while I was paying attention to the circle where it's going to pop up. And I see the circle will be here. Perfect, I'm just slightly north-ish from Junk Junction. I was debating whether or not to go to this house or the llama. I was like, yeah, let's pay a visit to the llama first. And then we'll go to the building. And here I see, oh god, some bastard stole the plane here. And I wasn't exactly sure how many players there were, because this is a squad fight after all. If all 4 players are there, we might be in trouble. As you can see here, there's actually 2 players. And they have been causing quite a ruckus, because I did hear them killing a lot of zombies. And I was like, alright, let me see this, because I did see something that was either like epic or legendary quality. And it looks like it was the shotgun. The newer shotgun, rather. I pick up this SMG and I was like, alright, what am I supposed to do here if there's an entire squad there? I don't stand a chance. Even 1v1s are like, a loss for me most of the time. So while I'm debating what to do here, I actually mess up the llama a little bit here on one of the floors. Let me see. Yeah, I believe I switched this out so theoretically they wouldn't be able to climb up there. Although I think it's still possible, yeah. It's still possible to go that side, but... And soon enough you'll be able to hear them, they were farming zombies somewhere around... I could hear them from that side, from my left side currently. I was like, alright, how do I approach this? Because my original goal was to go to this house here. Oh, and they had some squad members as well over there. In retrospect, it looks like it was a good idea to camp here. So we can actually speed this process up. So I'm just waiting to see... Oh, and as you can hear, they're starting to kill the zombies. But they were a lot farther than I would expect them. I thought they were somewhere like nearby. I was like, if I make a run for it, I'm going to be in serious trouble. Alright. And now the circle is moved. Oh, no, the storm is actually coming here. It's like, alright, wait it out a bit, maybe see where the circle goes to, or if it gets quiet enough, I'll make a run for it. And I actually do make a run for it now, because I believe the zombie noise is quite down now. It's like, if they're gonna investigate the llama, I better bust out of here. And the other two games that I actually went for the top 12 in squads achievement, I used my regular yellow skin, but it was like, it's going to stand out too much from the environment. Like, I cannot have a flashy yellow skin on a snowy plain, so I switched to the white style for Dire. I was debating whether or not to take Dire or Zenith. I was like, this guy might have more white, so he might blend in just a tad bit more. I was debating whether or not to take the yellow or the blue trimmings. The blue one might be less invasive, but ultimately I decided, fashionscape, let's go with the yellow version. So I was like, alright, am I going to be safe here? It seems quite enough. Let me get some materials, because up until this point, I only had 20 metal, I believe. That was pretty much about it. I was like, where's all the loot? And now I figure out, oh yeah, this place has already been abandoned by their comrades, I believe. So I figured I might as well farm something, and hopefully I will not get spotted, or I will not be hurt too much. So we can also speed this up a bit. And here I'm pretty much farming all the wood I can get. I was lucky that they moved out. Oh, they're still there. How weird. At this point, yeah, I was like whether or not to take this ammo box, but it was like, yeah, not worth it. I might make too much commotion with the metal limbs. I may as well go up towards the forest. And I believe I already filmed this one, where I actually managed to win or get pretty close. That there's a chest in this area right here. I was like, alright, let me farm these trees, leave them at 50 HP, and then move on. And that was basically my plan. And so I'm trying to be inconspicuous as always. I was actually debating whether or not to go there, and it might have been a decent tactic. At this point, I already had enough wood to slide down there and build my way up. And there was even a bush, so I can stay relatively well hidden if someone were to actually check this place. So here I go. I see the chest, like, alright, let me get that. Why not? And I also see a bastard, who I believe was Solo, landing here. And I was like, whether or not I should fight him. I believe I got a blue pistol out of that chest, but we'll see. Yeah, you can hear the rift to go. And I'm here still farming the trees, leaving them up to 50% so I don't give away my position. And I see the bastard right there. For whatever reason, he decided to farm up for more zombies. I was like, oh god. What if he's come here to get the chest as well? So I was like, alright, let me grab this and book out of there. And like, I don't really hear him. Did he stop firing? No. I switch out my gray SMG for a blue silencer in the event where if he's getting closer and I'll have to fight, I may as well use a silenced weapon so I don't really attract other players. So that was pretty much my plan, or rather my way of thinking, because as you can see there is another bastard right here. They have different shades, so they're probably different teams. So yeah, if we started fighting, this guy would get the attention, and I can actually see the bloody crystal spawning behind me. I was like, alright, let's move closer to this guy, so that we don't attract aggro of the zombies. I do have the silence pistol, but I still don't wanna use the ammo because I believe I only had 70 bullets. So I was like, alright, let's make a run for it. And let me go into this house because it's going to fit. I believe I actually did see this player somewhere. I don't know. I was like, alright, let me go in here and I'll camp here. I accidentally used that assault rifle. And here I'm camping with this shotgun that I got from that llama. We can actually speed this up, process a bit. Actually, this was my position for a good chunk of time, so we can actually see what the other players are doing. Because I'm interested in how are they dealing with this situation. And we can actually see some RPGs being thrown as well. This guy is trying to take out the zombies. He's doing a good job at it, but he's also making a lot of rockets. At this point, when there was like 12 or 11 of us, I knew like even if every team had at least one player, I've accomplished my goal. But let's see how long we can survive. And when we're like top 11, I was like debating what the team distribution even was. So I'm still in that house camping, because there's no real need for me to move unless they start RPGing my base that I'm currently in. And I was hoping that wouldn't be the case because of the zombies. And they actually have a fight on their hands. Oh, they went on with the airplane. One of them is landing. Oh god, this guy walked right into that. Yeah. Way to go, genius. Always see some more fighting happening. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, I'm still at my little bunker house. Because why move? Let them fight it out. I am a solo player in a game of squad teams, so yeah. Going out is basically suicide unless I'm being threatened by either zombies or the storm. So, oh. I guess that was his teammate, doesn't matter. Oh, took him out. So at least I know that this guy was the one responsible for this. Dead. And I was like, alright, what is the team distribution currently at? And I'm still in this house, by the way. Like, is it 4-4-1-1, 4-3-2-1? Like, what is the distribution? Because there seems to be a lot of fighting going on. And the zombies also make it hard to detect, like, are they fighting other players or not? And now, this is the part where I'm actually in slight trouble. You can see me turning around. I was actually... let me just... Oh, this guy is getting revived. Nice. No. There I am. I was like, whether or not I would be able to stay in this house. I was like, just outside the circle. So it was pretty much... I was debating how do I approach this. And I figured, you know, if push comes to shove, maybe I can wait until the storm actually hits the house, break this wall, and then make a run for it. But I was like... At the end, that's not what I decided, and I actually waited before the storm catched up here. And I would actually exit the door and see what my next course of action was. And I was like, alright, 8 players. My interpretation of this was that would probably be 4-3-1. So me against 2 other teams. And I was actually almost spot on, but it was 1-1-3-3. So actually, let me get back to this guy who is RPGing this whole thing. And he's trying to secure the area by destroying as many crystals as possible. What I don't get is that they were pretty close to the other team. How come they didn't really start killing each other? Ah, he finally notices them. It is possible. Oh, there's a calamity over there. Wow. I can't believe he managed to miss that one, but I suppose it happens. Alright, so Calamity gets knocked out. I'm not sure how much HP this guy has, but... oh, he's dead. Yeah, at this point... oh, yeah. Great. And he's going to get picked off. Fair enough. Actually, let me go back to... sure, let's go to him. Oh, I see. It's a drone-free version gameplay. There we go. This guy's taking a butt ton of damage, and he also got boxed in the storm. But he wanted to at least take out the Calamity. So there's like 6 players in total. This guy goes down. Yeah, pretty much. This guy is sort of trapped. And I'm just here waiting for the storm. Looks like this guy had the same idea with camping. Well, actually, let me see this guy. No. Him. Ah, it's a defaulty boy. Third person. Yeah, that's a defaulty boy. Actually, let me go to him for a bit. Wow, that's lagging. So he had the same idea I had, which was to camp. Well, as you can see, so it's definitely a tactic that has its merits. It might not be the most entertaining of gameplay, but I mean, it gets results. Let's back to me. So I'm still waiting here until the last possible second, which so I can actually exit through the door and then maybe see where I go to next. Because if I break down the wall, I might cause too much ruckus. I was actually debating whether or not to bust out, and I was like, nah, let's go outside the door. The more cell approach. Back to gameplay version. At this point, we have 3 players. Considering the ceasefire stopped, I was actually expecting this to be a 2v1. I was like, yeah, there's not much I can do about it. But maybe they'll get eaten alive by the zombies, you know, being optimistic as always. I was like, alright, let me go into this house real quick. And I'm going to actually camp here until the circle moves. Meanwhile, let's actually see how my defaulty boy is doing. He's actually employing the same strategy. Oh, but he's being spotted by another defaulty boy. Well, let me actually see his point of view to see what is going on. Third person. Oh, he's outside the house. I guess he's been spotted and he's trying to commence a sneak attack. It's also possible that he managed to blow himself up. Let me go back to gameplay version. Oh yeah, he knows he's inside. And this guy's trying to wrap this game up. Oh, and he pretty much got him. I'm surprised he didn't hear him. Yeah, but at this point... oh, he actually did fight back. He actually built himself a wall. Let me actually see him. Yeah, so he's here. Oh, and he's starting to panic. Well, understandable. He pretty much lost probably a good chunk of his HP, so he's pretty low. And there's also a legendary zombie coming to bite his face off. So the panic is well deserved, but it's also the thing that'll probably get him killed at this point. So he's making a run for it. Alright. Building up. Where's the other player? Oh, I see. Ooh, this is looking bad for the faulty boy with the gingerbread back bling. Yeah, look at this position. He's pretty much dead. Yeah. And so I was like, alright, there's actually some legitimate fighting here. It's a 1v1. Do I actually stand my ground here? And I figured, yeah, the circle is pretty much on top of me. He's going to have to go here. But considering he had the skill of scoping out his enemies, because I did see that was probably the this no this guy that I saw jumping around about. I was like, all right, let's wait for him to get to me. You know, maybe they'll actually manage to knock themselves out. And that's exactly what happened. I'm just not sure how. Or did they actually manage to blow themselves up with a rocket launcher? Let me see. At this point, they have a bunch of zombies. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And this is how it ends, eh? So yeah, basically this guy was skill-wise hell of a lot better than me, even though he did make this amazing blunder, but it just goes to show you that it doesn't really matter how many kills you get, especially in zombie mode. Sometimes it's best just to keep your head down, like I did, because I didn't really have that much ammo, but at least I would have put up a fight. I was like, alright, fair enough. I had actually 6 or 7 people spectating me at this point, so I figured I might as well do a little dance, even though I didn't do anything at all this game. It's still funny to see that you don't really have to do much. I mean, the same thing can happen actually in a regular game of Fortnite, if people are messing around and then they die to the storm, but this effect is even more amplified. When you have also zombies involved, which happened here. If they didn't have zombies, it would probably be a 1v1 fight, which I may lose, but I'm not sure how much health did the other guy have. With a lucky shotgun to the head, I might be able to win, but it's like hard to say. So yeah, that is basically how that game went. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.